I'm honored and glad to be out of that bondage and food obsession. Hi everyone, I'm Christy and I share tips, truth, and recipes to help you on your journey towards food freedom. A couple years ago, my sweet daughter and I went to a little play date and we learned that there was going to be some swimming, but we had to go from one event to another event and we weren't going to be able to partake in the swimming part, but there was outdoor games and fun and lunch and all of that. So I said, we can go, we're just not going to swim. And she said, no problem. She just wore her shorts and not a big deal at all. As we're there at the party, it ended up being that everybody spent the bulk of the time swimming. I was in talking to some moms and I had lunch with some of my friends and she was out at the pool, sitting by the pool, not swimming because she knew I had said, we're not swimming, we can't, we have this other event and whatnot. So I noticed that she was out there. She had dipped her feet in the pool a couple times and was laughing with some kids and everything seemed fine. We got to the car at the end of the event and she said to me, Mom, that was so hard. And I said, oh, what, baby? Let's talk about it. And she said, that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I had to sit and not do something that I really wanted to do. The water looked fun. It was hot out. Everybody was laughing. Everyone had on their bathing suits, playing ball or volleyball in the pool. I wanted to do it, but I couldn't. And I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize we'd be swimming the whole time, or maybe we would have, not come. She said, no, it was okay. I just sat there and I thought about you. And I said, what do you mean? She said, I thought about how you go to all these parties and these events and these things and you see everybody laughing and eating cake and building ice cream sundaes and eating cookies and chips, and you can't. And I thought about how hard that must be for you. Oh my goodness, I was so touched that that's what she thought about. She wasn't selfishly thinking about herself. She was thinking about how it related to what I do in my life by avoiding sugar and flour. So she said, is that how you feel every day? And I said, you know what, honey, no. And I said, yes, there's times that I feel that way. Absolutely. There's times. Moments, especially at the beginning, but you get through those. And so I said to her, now let me ask you a question. You're sitting there. What if you knew that if you got in the pool, you would drown, you would sink, it would try and trap you, you couldn't get out, you would feel scared, you would feel obsessed with the water, and it would hold you captive? Would you then feel bad that you weren't in it? And she said, no, I'd be glad to be out of it. I said, that's how Mama feels. That's how Christy feels. I'm honored and glad to be out of that bondage and food obsession and pull and sugar and what am I having next and how much can I have and when can I have it? And oh my gosh, on and on and on. I said, I'm out of that. Moments are hard, pockets are hard, but nothing like the hard used to be. Being sugar and flour free is hard sometimes, but being overweight and food obsessed is hard all the time. So I recognize my sweet girl's compassion towards me and I appreciated it so very much. And I was able to share her why it's actually good for me to stay out of it. And I don't want to be in it and I don't want to be near it. I can live a life of freedom because that was not freedom for me. That was not fun for me. That was bondage for me. Make sure you follow along, like and subscribe, and share this with all your no sugar, no flour friends.